Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 9. Check 9. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Second down, Haskins. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Haskins on 1st down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the double. 53, Mike, come on.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's caught by Jackson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Here's Haskins. Flushed out right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Devontae Parker there to make the grab. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 8-3.
Jordan Howard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
You got three down.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action with Haskins. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Haskins looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right, and that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. On second down, this is Jackson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Third down. Here's Haskins. He'll get this to his running back. It's Justin Jackson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Now it's Haskins rolling to his right. And an alley to run. Haskins not the most mobile of quarterbacks, but delivering there on the scramble to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Check 26, check 26.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Ready, ready. Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Now a give, right side. It's Jackson, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score.
Your trip is here.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And going deep for Hill, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Don't say no. Jim, lock it. Check. Ready, go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. This is Mostert. There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mostert. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. Set. 70 in. Let up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Fighting for the pylon, but he will not get there. They mark him short of the goal line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol from the 3-yard line again. They'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Ready, ready. Tight down, tight down. There you go. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Coming. Showing up. Echo. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 26 and a first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are backed up as far as they can be. They're going to start this drive at their own 1.
And it was on this very site in the old Metrodome. Obviously, this is a new stadium. But remember, Tony Dorsett broke off a 99-yard touchdown run on a Monday night game against the Vikings, one that we'll remember for the ages.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Set, ready. This is Pittsburgh. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now it's Haskins. And this is caught by Watkins. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Sammy Watkins, 94 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Flushed out right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Haskins. And he's going to go down right right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Geno Atkins able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Watch out for Hill on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. And Lobo, 54. Rip left. There you go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Paul Richardson. A gain of 11 on the play. And the 49er first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he finds Howard complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tyreek Hill. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gano the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
49ers 14.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Haskins. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 8.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys will have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Here's Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
13 yards there and a Niner first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, San Francisco.
Check, 55 to Mike. Check, squeeze, get in there. Ready.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Set. And read. Check 52.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it with Jackson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Jackson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Haskins. That's caught by Howard. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Haskins. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Haskins will throw, eluding the pressure right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action now. Haskins. And this is caught. It's Parker. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Jackson, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Now Haskins to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Vikings on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. On play action, Haskins under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll start here with Jackson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll run again with Jackson. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 30 days, let's go. 61, let's go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they were in field goal range, chance to go to overtime, got greedy going for the win. Do you think maybe on the sideline they felt compelled to go for that win?
Sometimes that's what happens because as a head coach, you have to take the pulse of your team. You have to know where you are and how they're feeling. And maybe he thought, we've got to win it right now. Overtime, we might not have anything left for that. So maybe that's why they went for it and pressed it.
Unfortunately, it backfired. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Complete to DJ Chark. A gain on the play. First down, San Francisco.
Set, 60, orange. Orange, Haywood. 56 to Mike. 50 dog. Let's go, team. Big series right. Jet. Ready, go.
Back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. That'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now in desperation, that's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Again, we'll see the pistol here. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Where'd he go?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory.